fools had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour touching every shore from Cali to Singapore. Every day I'm seeing.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Off off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Jones has it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Fields now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields steps away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bears at 9-3 here on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Those defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Out to his left. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
Now that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down, it's Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. To throw is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Touchdown! Randall Cobb from 6 yards away. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Fields on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. 58 yards. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. David Collins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Do it, baby. Come on, guys, pick it up.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. He could not pull it in. Here's Pat. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
I'm going to put dates on you, guys. Who wants my jersey?
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
And the offense ain't really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 39, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Break out on 3rd down.
Dime defense. Walking into the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Rolling to his right.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
From 21 yards away.
And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Fields. Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Fields throwing again. This complete to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On third down, here's Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And inside give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Quick slant to Watson. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Here's Fields.
And this one's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about